Hey everybody, welcome to your Spring Equinox special tarot reading with me, Stella Wilde, and Miss Arielle. So spring begins here in the Northern Hemisphere on Sunday, March 20th at 11:33 a.m. Eastern Time. Yes, I am excited. I hope you are too. So in keeping with our spring theme, I'm going to be using this very lovely fairy oracle deck to see the energies that may be influencing you from the beginning of the spring equinox to the very beginning of the summer solstice. So this is for all signs. It is time stamped. Watch for your sun, your rising, your moon, and your Venus, and enjoy and happy spring. And apologies to all my viewers down under. For you, it's happy autumn. She loves you guys very, very much. All right, Aries, let's see what we have going on for you. And happy birthday season. It begins. It begins March 20th. All right, let's see what we have going on for you. Aries, 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 Aries. Oh, we have a journey happening. Okay, let's see what this says. It is time I'm so excited I can't read the card. It's time to prepare for a journey! Exclamation point. It may be impromptu or planned. Either way, make sure you're ready when the time comes. Pack your passport now. Okay, so very important message to be ready to rock and roll at a moment's notice, because, you know, sometimes that's the best thing for Aries, is to be spontaneous, to be impromptu, to just, when you get that whim, you get those itchy feet, like just do something fun. All right, so let's see what we need to know. Now, of course, we always look at all of these things as a metaphor. So this may not necessarily be a literal journey of, you know, getting in a car, or getting on a plane or something like that. It also can be a journey of the spirit, a journey of your mind, learning something new, etc. So let's see what we have going on. But it's exciting. So new vistas. I feel like something fun, new vista, maybe your literal travel. All right, let's see. I just feel like it's, you know, it's a very appropriate card for your birthday season because it is the annual reset. So you are on a brand new journey, you know, your next solar, you know, cycle around the wheel, so to speak. So I would look at that as a metaphor for what do you want your next year-long journey to be, Aries? Until your next birthday. All right, so we have the Knight of Swords. So you're going to make a decision very quickly. And the Eight of Pentacles. So maybe middle of May-ish. Wow, and another number 8. We have the Leo. Okay, so oof, I'm getting chills down my legs. So this may be something coming, you know, 8 weeks from this forecast period. So that brings us to the middle of May. And I'm saying that because I have 2 8s here. And I also have my Knight of Swords. So something very spontaneous, very quick, like you got to move fast on it. Now, it's possible that this travel might be for work with the Eight of Pentacles here. Or it's something that you have been working toward. Maybe you have been saving to go on this particular journey. There is something about wherever you're going to be going. Let's hope it's not with a cat butt in view. Wherever you may be going, it's going to bring you a lot of creative inspiration, like a creative reboot. There may be some very strong opportunity to change your life by moving to this place. You may see that there are job opportunities there with this Eight of Coins here, and the Strength. This trip, though, also is about your physical vitality and working on a rejuvenation of your body, mind, and spirit with the Strength card here. So also, I would say, though, you are due for a break. You have been working very hard. And while you certainly have the strength to do that, and you probably are going to be continuing to be working very hard over the next 3 months, it is going to be important for you, for your heart, for your relationships, even perhaps with the Strength here, to take some sort of literal physical break and just relax. I know that's a hard thing for an Aries to do, but okay. To relax and enjoy in, playtime. And playtime doesn't always have to be, super productive, whatever that is for you. But this is likely to be very spontaneous. This is likely to, okay, this is interesting. We have our year of the tiger here. So it may in fact happen, again, I'm getting my time marker, middle of May, after Jupiter goes into your sign. So that happens May 10th. So that's what I'm feeling from these particular energies. This journey, because with the Knight of Swords here, we do have something, not just the impromptu-ness of the journey itself, but that again, there is an opportunity to open your mind to other possibilities for work, for success, just by, going to this particular place, getting the creative stimulation. It could be something like that. Or like I said, some of you may be literally traveling to a place to investigate job opportunities, investigate how might you thrive there financially because of these energies that are coming up. I mean, I don't think this is anything like you're making a decision about that immediately, but there is some sort of change on your mind with the Knight of Swords here that you would like to make. In whatever way. It could be something to do with your well-being because of the Strength card. It could be something to do, like I said, with your finances and shoring up your finances. But this is very, very positive. Very beautiful energies here, Aries. So definitely, take the time to, and this doesn't have to be like a big, long journey. For some of you, it may be a week long because of these 2 8s here. All right. So again, middle of May-ish, probably for 8-ish days. I love the ishes. Okay, 8-ish days. But also there is something here about how it could also strengthen your relationship. If you are in a relationship, your relationship, especially if it's gone through a little bit of tension, the Knight of Swords, if there's been a little bit of just, kind of like nitpicky, like people just getting aggravated, your relationship may benefit by a little bit of work, but work in a positive way. By taking some time out and taking a break together to shore up that relationship. I mean, there's nothing negative here. This is just like Knight of Swords. There's just been a lot on your plate, maybe on their plate, just irritations. So there's nothing, negative here. But your relationship also could benefit from this journey, but I love it. And of course, when Jupiter enters, Jupiter is a travel planet. And when it enters Aries, of course, it'll be in Aries till the end of October, and then it will revisit in December, and then the first several months of 2023. Jupiter is a travel planet. So when he's in our own sign, we may see that there are greater opportunities to spread our wings and fly, literally and figuratively speaking. So definitely get yourself ready for some sort of exciting new vista, Aries. All right, Taurus, so let's see what's going on for you. We, of course, are fast approaching your birthday season as well in this forecast. So, and we have a big new moon solar eclipse on April 30th in your sign. So get ready for that. All right, let's see what we have going on for you, Taurus. Oh, gorgeous. Look at this. Flourish. This looks very Taurus, doesn't it, this card? The Lotus Flower Fairy. I love these fairies. This is so cute. The Lotus Flower Fairy tells you to learn from experience and shed your inner light on any unclear areas of your life or those of others. Okay. I think this is a very, very, very appropriate card for you. So as the sun is in Aries, which is your 12th house, it's important for you to kind of, yes, look at any unclear areas. 12th house, things behind the scenes, our subconscious. It's the closet of our life, like things we got to kind of clear up, clear out, that type of thing. So that, yes, indeed, you are ready to hit the ground running when we have your new moon, new beginnings, solar eclipse, big time, April 30th in your sign. So use the first month of this forecast period to do just that, kind of get the clarity so that you are ready to flourish, especially in your birthday season. All right, let's pull some cards and see what we need to know. Learn from experience and shed your inner light on any unclear areas of your life. Okay, and of course, the lotus flower, grows in mud, right? So this is the whole metaphor that this card is working with. So it's like, you know, the mud, right? So the difficult experiences, yet it produces this beautiful lotus flower, right? So, all right, let's see. We need to know about this flourishing Page of Pentacles. Okay. And the Six of Wands, gorgeous. And the Tower, oh, great. Okay. Okay. No, actually, I mean, that's okay because that's Uranus in your sign. So we know this. So this is really on point for you. So Page of Pentacles, wow, which is also your energy, right? The Earth sign. So Page of Pentacles can be about digging deep. It can be about researching. It can be about, yes, some sort of good news, of course. We have two cards of very good news here, the Page and the Six of Wands. So I'm filming this, of course, March 19th, the day before the spring equinox. So I think this is a time marker for us. Actually all of this. This is all a time marker for that new moon solar eclipse, April 30th, which is about 6 weeks from now. Here's your 6. So there is something here about absolutely looking at stuff that you can purge and release that you don't need anymore. Page of Pentacles. So going through closets, going through drawers, going through limiting beliefs, going through relationships, going through, I mean, whatever it is, and digging deep and like, you know what? Yeah, that's just weighing me down. I don't need that. All right. I don't need that to flourish, because think about even the flourishing metaphor, right? In order for seeds to blossom and grow, there does need to be pruning. You have to, weed, you have to get rid of the ones that aren't growing, like that type of thing. So this is an excellent thing to do up until that April 30th new moon solar eclipse, when I do feel some sort of very surprising door can open for you. New opportunity, some piece of news with this beautiful Six of Wands here. I love this card so much with this owl. This, of course, in this deck with the owl, which is usually a symbol for one's intuition and things that we can't quite see in our physical reality fully, but we can see it with our intuitive reality, can come into being for us. So Uranus and Taurus, right? Here's out of focus now. Here's our energy for Uranus and Taurus. So something surprising. I think this is quite possibly some sort of mind-blowing news opportunity that could set you on a whole brand new path. Page of Pentacles, right? Because the pages are the beginnings and this is your energy. However, for this to flourish, because this is the whole point of this, there has to be some clarity and there has to be some clean out and clean up. All right. So that's what I feel, but these are fantastic energies. What would you want this beautiful, mind-blowing news and opportunity to be, Taurus? Write it down for yourself. Make that intention known to the universe. All right, like do it at this spring equinox. This is a great time to tune in and tap into those new beginning energies and write it down as if it has already happened, right? So I am so grateful and thankful, universe, that you have brought me my blah, 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 whatever it is, whatever this surprising, mind-blowing news might be for you. What would truly make you flourish and be happy? All right, you've been through, I mean, this is the thing too. You've been through a lot. You've already been through a lot, but Uranus is not done with you yet. He still has several more years to go in your sign. So maybe for some of you, especially born earlier in the sign, you've already felt his kind of shakeups in your life. Okay, so some things may have gone. There may have been some difficult, crusty mud experiences, so to speak, to work with our lotus flower metaphor. But the Tower can also bring in surprising opportunity. It's not always about things just poof evaporating in our lives. And with this gorgeous Six of Wands here, you can absolutely use your intuition to call in some sort of very surprising opportunity for yourself. But set the intention, do the clear out, and prepare the ground. All right, Gemini, let's see what's going on for you. We are, of course, approaching your birthday season as well, with this reading. It's still a couple months away, but it'll be here before you know it. So let's see what we have going on for you with these energies, Gemini. Ooh, look at this. We have a magical gateway. I love it. Okay. It takes courage and trust to venture into the unknown. Yes, it does. Yet this is where the greatest rewards are. It's time to step boldly forward without looking back. Oh, okay. Wow. Beautiful energies here, Gemini. Magical gateway happening for you. Let's see what that's all about. So you're going to have courage and trust to venture into the unknown. So this is something totally new because it's the unknown, right? Like you're not gonna have the experience with it, right? It's something brand spanking new. You like that though. Ace of Wands happening for you. And the Page of Cups, beautiful. And the Nine, look at these energies. And the Nine of Cups, wow. Okay, so there is absolutely some sort of inspired new beginning in your life. Now, this magical gateway may be happening in Aries season because the Ace of Wands is here, which is Aries energy. However, we will also not just stick to that time marker. I mean, it may also happen about 9 weeks into this forecast period, which would take us to right around the start of your birthday season. So that's possible also. Be a little flexible with the time frames here because it is a general reading. But we have new beginnings, new initiatives. We have something new beginning in your life that's taking root, that's starting to grow. We have a very gorgeous yes from the universe. And there's a surprising little twist here with this Page of Cups. And the Nine of Cups here, we have, this looks like Arielle. We have a beautiful emotional reboot is what I feel is going on. Whatever this doorway opens to, it opens to a whole new emotional reality for you. This could be a big wish fulfilled for you from this new beginning. The key though, of course, is what the card says. It says courage and trust to venture into the unknown and to take those first steps. And it's the Wands energy. So it is about the fire, the passion, the bravery, the courage. As long as your intention is pure. That's what I feel from this energy, especially with this over here. This is a very innocent, heartfelt energy, Page of Cups, coupled with this Ace of Wands. As long as you are coming from that kind of, beginner's mind, that, the Zen sort of thing, beginner's mind, the innocence of a child setting out on, some sort of exciting exploration, whatever it might be, there is just this fresh innocence. As long as you have that type of energy surrounding this, you'll have the natural courage because it's pure, right? The intention is pure. Your heart is pure. You know that this is something that is fully aligned for you. Now, here's the other thing that's interesting too about these energies, these cards, which is why I like switching up decks, pretty frequently because it always gives us new perspectives. Notice how there's a snake here. Now, of course, snakes do come out in the springtime from wherever they have been hibernating for a while. That's why we see more of them in the spring. But the springtime, this is also about this new beginning, about shedding, some sort of old reality in your life, like the snake sheds its skin, right? So this magical gateway is going to help you create a new identity. It's going to help you shed an old layer of yourself that, you don't need anymore. That's what I'm saying. It's about this renewal. But it's maybe not even renewal as it is like maybe a whole new way of life, a whole new identity, especially if you're doing something maybe in the creative arts or in your creative life, or maybe even in your emotional life somehow. So this could be some sort of, beautiful new relationship. You have to apply the energies to your life as to what this be. This could be, whatever a Nine of Cups wish would look like for you fulfilled. But again, notice the cups coming up here. So this is really about emotional happiness that is waiting for you on the other side of this doorway. So I feel it's Aries season. Now, April 1st is the Aries new moon. So that may be a good time. You know, we always want to initiate a few days after that. So while the moon is in your sign, I will tell you when that is. All right. I will tell you when, because I love you guys. So I will tell you. So I would say Tuesday, the 5th of April, when the moon will be in your sign. There will be no moon voids or anything like that. It would be a great day to set your intention to begin and initiate whatever this is for you, to manifest, to plant the seeds, to start walking through that magical gateway to this new reality. That would be a great time to do that. So keep that in mind, Gemini. Fantastic energies here. Like I said, I feel like by the time we get to your birthday season, actually the end of your birthday, well, maybe by the beginning, but also by the end of your birthday season, you should have some sort of beautiful emotional satisfaction to let the world know about. Absolutely beautiful energies. All right, Cancer, let's see what we have going on for you over the next couple of months. Arielle has popped in to say hello to you. All right, let's see what we have going on for you. Gorgeous. Look at this. Healing. Now is a time for you to give or receive healing. Everyone has a natural ability to heal others. Yes, even you. Yes, I would say start with yourself first, though. Okay. So now is the time for you to give or receive healing. Okay, so let's see what we need to know about that over the next couple of months. And of course, healing can be physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, financial. Let's see what we need to know about that. And you're often very good at giving the healing. You got to work on receiving the healing. Cancer. All right, let's see. 6 of Cups, beautiful. And the Page of Pentacles and the Judgment. Okay. All right. So I'm going to read this a couple of different ways. If you have children, there could be, something going on with healing the relationship with them, or healing that's something that's going on for them. You may discover, Page of Pentacles is about research, digging deep, information. You may discover some sort of new information that's going to help you work on healing, like I said, your relationship with your children, something to do with your children's well-being, something like that. And we have Judgment, which is very good. We have some sort of new life, new beginning, a reboot of that situation. So this is very positive, making a decision to take a healing path, maybe to try a new path, because the Page of Coins is here. So be based on new information that you find out. So that's possible. With healing, there may be somebody in your world who really would like to extend a helping hand to you in a very practical way, Page of Coins, to help you heal something going on in your life as well. All right, because 6 of Cups is a very nice soulmate, BFF card, that type of thing. So somebody's around, but they may not know what's going on with you. You may need to spend a little time with them, share what's going on, so they can offer some really sound advice, good advice, stable advice, grounded advice, wise advice, Page of Coins, to help you make a decision about your life in some way. So, very, very positive energies here, but there is something about finding out some more information with the Page of Pentacles that is here. All right. And being assertive to dig that up and find it out. And this person, it doesn't always have to be a best friend or a child. I mean, it can just be somebody who has good intentions, sincere intentions to help you in some way. So if there is something going on with your finances, this could even be, a financial advisor that actually is trustworthy, who is going to give you information that's going to help you heal your finances and go in the right direction with the Judgment card here. But ultimately, because the Judgment card is here and it's the last thing, of course, it's up to you. It's up to you to make the decision about what you're going to do with this information that's going to come to light for you in regards to whatever it is that you do need to heal in your life. Now, there's another possibility here. If we look at this card, it says, everyone has a natural ability to heal others. So if you have had a childhood dream, Six of Cups, to help heal Page of Coins in very practical ways, like through, Virgo ways, like through homeopathic medicines, through herbs, medicinals, energy healing, Reiki, crystals, all of those types of modalities, very earthy modalities. If that's been a dream of yours for a long time to go into those types of healing arts, you may make the decision by, over these next couple of months to embark upon some sort of course of study in order to do that. If you already have the knowledge, which you may actually decide, you know what, I'm going to start my business in that. I'm going to start sharing my services with other people. So that's also a possibility for some of you. Apply the energies to your life. This is very, very positive energy, but I am feeling with this in the middle, you need to seek out information that will help you, whether it comes from a Six of Cups other source, or they just, give you a resource and then you figure out the rest. I mean, whatever it is, that is the key, I think, to this reading as well. All right, Leos, let's see what's going on for you over the next couple of months. Arielle is here helping out with your reading. All right, let's see what we have for Leos. Leos. What fairy are you going to get? Ooh, you have pure intention. Gorgeous. All right. The fairy of manifestation, will help you to use your wishes wisely. Manifest your heart's desire with pure intention and for the highest good of all. Ooh, beautiful. You got the fairy of manifestation. You got to use your wishes wisely. Okay. So pure intentions. This is something better and also for the good of all. Okay, let's see what we got going on there. I love that. I'm loving these fairy cards. It's really fun. It's a brand new deck. I haven't used them before. This is the first time. Very fun. All right. Pure intention. Leo. The Chariot. The Knight of Cups. Talk about some pure intention. And the Seven of Cups. Okay. All right. Wow. 2 number 7s here. I'm getting chills down my legs. Wow. Beautiful. Manifest your heart's desire with pure intention. All right. So here's the thing. And for the good of all, let's not forget that part. You have the 7 of Cups here, which is a lot of creative visualization energy. I like to call this. This is a lot of bucket list energy, different things you want to manifest. Sometimes those 7 of Cups can just be pie in the sky, like, oh yeah, I'd like to do that one day, but will that ever manifest? I don't know. But in any case, you have a lot of these wishes here, 7 of Cups, in different areas of your life. We have the Chariot here, which of course can be about 2 possibilities. Which road are you going to choose? The Knight of Cups is in the middle, which is very much about pure intention. Honest, heartfelt, offering your cup to the world type energy. Sincere, right? Look at, she is so gorgeous. Look at her there. Okay. So, in evaluating the fairy of manifestation, in evaluating which one wish to really focus on manifesting over the next couple of months, ask yourself, right? Because I think there's a choice that needs to be made here. Which direction, if this wish manifests, which direction is going to lead to the greater good for all? Yes, your wish is important, but you may be responsible for other people. It could be also like a family. It could also be the type of thing where if that wish manifested, it could positively impact a lot of other people in the world. Like, for example, let's say you have your own business and you're thinking of creating, you have a lot of creative ideas here, right? There's a lot of good creative energy for a product or service. Which one, maybe 2 are really standing out to you. Which one, to the best of your knowledge currently, is the one that could help the most people? It doesn't mean you have to give it away for free necessarily, but we're not talking about that, but we're just talking about currently over the next couple months or for the rest of the year. Which thing, if you created it, if you invested, Chariot, all of your time and energy into moving forward with that one particular thing, what type, as the best you can determine, how would that positively impact your clients, your audience, that type of thing. So I hope that I'm making sense with that. It's not just about you following your own personal desires here. Yes, that's important, but there is something here about you sharing and shining your light and sharing whatever this wish is going to be for the benefit of other people. This is really the key. So, and another example can be, this is car energy too, the Chariot. Maybe your wish is to get a new car, but it's not, or a new used one, whatever. But it's not just about, oh, I want like a hot rod so I can go zooming around. No, it's kind of like, yeah, because if I had a more reliable vehicle, it'd be easier for me to take my son to soccer practice or pick up my daughter at, field hockey or whatever, something like that. You see my point here. So as you focus in on your pure intention, where it's really about helping not just yourself, but the good of the people you care about. That's the other thing, right? It's not about the whole world. It's about the people in your particular world that you really care about. Knight of Cups. That you can be the leader, because that's a Chariot also. That you could be the leader and create something and show them the way also of how they could improve their lives, or whatever you do helps improve their lives as well. So this is gorgeous energy, and this is victory and success. So with a pure intention and, again, this beautiful heartfelt energy, you can manifest something glorious for yourself over the next couple of months, Leo. Absolutely. But choice may be needed. And, once you figure this out, it's going to be full steam ahead as well. So, and I would say if you were going to decide this, I would decide it by the end of April, because then we get into retrograde periods in May and in June. So you want to have this firmly figured out, I would say, by April 30th, when we have the new moon solar eclipse in Taurus. All right, Virgo, let's see what's going on for you. What beautiful fairy energy is helping you over the next several months, Virgo. All right, let's see what we have. Ooh, we have the moon energy. Okay. She looks very mysterious. All right, moon energy. Surrender to the natural ebb and flow of life. If you're feeling confused, this fairy comes to calm emotions and reassure you that peace of mind is possible. All right, so surrender to the natural ebb and flow of life. So no pushing, no resisting. All right, so just accepting. It's just surrender. This is what it is, right? So, but ebb and flow of life. So, and we're coming into eclipse season. That's the thing. There's a new moon solar eclipse in Taurus, which is your 9th house of the big picture perspective of your life. That's happening April 30th. And then we have a big full moon lunar eclipse in Scorpio, your 3rd house of communications, marketing, writing, teaching, speaking, all of that. That is happening in the middle of May. So you may be releasing into the world some sort of big project middle of May. That's possible. Or something's coming to, a wrap up with those areas of your life at that time. So that's another thing, because of the moon energy showing up here, to be really in tune and attuned to those eclipses that are happening over the next couple of months. All right, let's see what we need to know. And not fighting the eclipse energy. That's the thing. You can't fight eclipse energy anyway. They are gateways of, karmic change, because they're connected to the moon's nodes. So, yeah, I mean, you can fight, you can do whatever you want. You can rail, you can be very Aries and rail against it. I don't like what that eclipse just did, you know. You can do whatever you want. I never tell people what to do. But the card here is saying surrender. So understanding and accepting that, yeah, there are seasons to everything. Sometimes things come in, it's time to do this, and things are going out, whatever. All right. But also because the Virgo, right? Not getting yourself feeling confused or worried about it, but just accepting the wisdom of these cycles and of the universe. And as long as you show up and you do the best you can do, that's just half the battle. All right, let's see. Peace of mind is possible through the acceptance. Here's the Queen of Cups energy. And here's the Page of Swords. So you got to make up your mind that you're going to put your emotions into perspective. And that Scorpio eclipse is going to be important because the Queen of Cups is showing up. And the Three of Cups. Okay. All right. Choosing joy. Three of Cups, Page of Swords, and my Queen of Cups here. All right. I think this is telling us that, because again, this is about cycles, that there is likely to be some sort of very interesting news, Page of Swords, at that Scorpio, and that is your third house, right? And we have the Three of Cups here. So that is joy and celebration. That is, maybe there's some sort of new course you're going to sign up for and take with a group of people. Maybe you're going to be teaching a group of people something. You're putting together, if you have your own business, you're putting together some sort of opportunity to work with you and teach people something. I mean, that's possible. There could be some good news about a creative endeavor that you have been laboring over for many moons. The key with this energy, so I like this. This is our time marker for middle of May, the Scorpio full moon lunar eclipse. And I think it should be good. We got Three of Cups here, celebration and joy. I'm going to look at this another way though, right? Because as I was saying, we look at this card, it says surrender to the natural ebb and flow. Sometimes Queen of Cups energy, she gets overly, emotional. She gets, very nervous, especially with a Page of Swords. Like her emotions can really take over her mind, she starts thinking all sorts of things. So it's very important for you to stay grounded, Virgo, and not go into this kind of emotional, not spiral is too strong a word, but let's just say emotional preoccupation and fixation with the Page of Swords on stuff when you don't know what's happening yet, right? So wait until you know actually what's happening and you get that information before you get your, emotions in a twist or your undies in a twist, as I was going to say. Okay, so all right, but I think this is very, very positive overall. But in looking, as I said, looking at the energy, right? This fairy comes to calm emotions and reassure you that peace of mind is possible, which this can be. So just watch any sort of emotional extremes that, hey, it's not just Virgo. That can happen to anybody. But just if you start feeling like you're getting a little emotionally off balance, just check yourself and just kind of be like, wait a minute. All right, I remembered I'm just supposed to go with the ebb and flow of life and know that I just got to keep my focus on what I do best, Page of Swords, on my communication, on my marketing, my networking, my teaching, my writing, all of those things, all of those Page of Swords, communicating my feelings. All right, if I'm feeling a little worried or stressed with people I trust, Three of Cups, not just, anybody, but my inner circle. So that's going to be another thing that's important for you as well. If you're feeling, that energy, as I was saying. But overall, that's what I'm feeling. You could be on the receiving end of some very good news, but it may not come until that eclipse, middle of May. And that's, still a little ways away. Now, eclipse energy, sometimes we get the news a month before. Sometimes you get the news a month after. It just depends. But I feel, because we got the Scorpio here, probably middle of May at that eclipse time period. So if you are especially working on a project right now that has to do with the creative arts, as I said, and marketing, writing, teaching, speaking, networking, all of those third house activities, make sure that, you know, you're ready to go with it the middle of May if you're launching something out into the world. Now, there will be, I'm trying to remember when Mercury goes retrograde. I think Mercury goes retrograde on May 10th, the day that Jupiter goes into Aries. But if you've already been working on something, I mean, it's okay. You can launch it, you know, if it's been in process, especially if you're revising it over the next several weeks. That's okay, because, you know, you're like, maybe you're revamping something and you're relaunching it. So, you know, those rewords are important when we have Mercury retrograde. So you could still launch something out, you know, revisit, relaunch, etc., something out into the world for yourself. Reconnect with a group of people that you haven't connected with in a while. That could bring some very positive emotional healing, emotional energy to your life middle of May as well. So many beautiful energies here. So don't let the fact that we have, you know, Mercury retrograde the middle of May be problematic. Now, some people also say, oh, you shouldn't be doing anything big around an eclipse. Okay, that's possible. But we also want to use the energy. And if you are working on, especially like I said, releasing something out into the world, that's what a full moon eclipse does, right? It brings things out into the open. So, and it is a demarcation. It is a line of, okay, this has happened. This is like, we're done with this. So especially, like I said, if you're wrapping up some sort of project, releasing it out into the world, that's a good time to do that, Virgo. So very interesting energies here for you. All right, Libras, let's see what we have going on for you with this spring equinox energy with our fairy cards. Libras, let's take that one. We got a celebration going on. Gorgeous. Okay. Get ready to let your hair down and celebrate. It's time to go out to dance and play. An invitation could be on the way. Very appropriate. We have partnership here, which of course you are the sign of partnership. So gorgeous energies. All right, let's see what we can find out. Let's clarify that with tarot. Find out about this celebration. What are you going to be celebrating? Lay your hair down and celebrate. Why? I want to know why. That's my Scorpio moon. Why? Why is Libra celebrating? Let's find out. Let's find out. What are you celebrating and why? And who with? What is going on? I want to know. Inquiring minds want to know. All right. Oh, we have a Page of Pentacles. That Page of Pentacles has been coming up so much today. And a Page of Cups. There's your invitation. And the Six of Cups. Okay. All right. I have a couple of things here that I think are going on for you with this celebration energy. Now, we have two pages. So depending on your personal situation, and we have two people in the Six of Cups. I'm going to read this a couple of different ways. There could be something very beautiful going on whether you have one kid or two kids. All right. There could be some beautiful celebration. They could be winning awards. They could be doing really well in school. They could get into the college of their choice. Like, there's just some beautiful energies there of something to do with your children. All right. With the Page of Cups, Page of Pentacles. And it could be, again, you could have earth sign kids, you could have water sign kids, whatever. So that's one way to look at this particular energy. The other way I'm going to look at it is that you could be receiving two invitations, two opportunities. One Page of Coins, Page of Pentacles here, that is maybe more connected with work and business possibilities. And that's why you're going to be celebrating, because you're finally, getting able to connect with a certain client or make a deal, or, begin, because pages are beginnings, begin to make the deal or get the information you need to make a deal happen in your world, some sort of monetary financial deal. negotiating to buy a home, a car, finally getting the meeting with the client you've been wanting to woo, you know, all of that type of thing. The other opportunity, I think, is something to do more with your personal life, and of course a surprise twist, or your creative life. So there could be good news or an opportunity to exhibit your art at an art gallery, to connect with somebody you've had your eye on to date, etc., and so on. There also could be a very lovely reconnection with a friend that you haven't seen in a while. Could be a childhood friend, could be somebody who maybe at one time you were very, very close to, but you know, people drift apart, people move, you know, things like that happen. So there could be an emotional reunion. There could be a reunion on the cards as well. This may happen more, I think, in June with the Six of Cups showing up here, the sixth energy. But this is beautiful. I think there's likely to be two things that you're going to be very happy about over the next couple of months. And it's interesting too that we have the two people here. For some of you who have been looking for a soulmate, absolutely, there could be a very surprising connection that comes in. You could meet that person at a celebration for somebody else, like going to somebody else's wedding or birthday party or celebration for their kid's graduation or something like that. So you could meet somebody at some event that you attend. That is very possible here as well. So whichever way you interpret this energy or however it applies to your personal situation, I think you have some very nice things to look forward to. And the Six of Cups is just a very lovely, happy energy. It's very innocent, it's very carefree, it's very loving, it's very joyful. So these are fantastic energies for the next couple of months. And like I said, I think that you could be feeling in certain ways like a kid again as well, having that energy for in your heart yourself, and just feeling happy and lighter and freer than maybe you have felt in a while. All right, Scorpio, let's see what we have going on for you with the fairies for your spring equinox. Scorpios. We have look in a book, also known as bibliomancy. Whatever your question right now, you'll find the answer in a book. The words you find will bring the insight you seek. Okay, so I look at everything as a metaphor. So this could be, yes, that you are seeking some sort of answer. Now, you may find that in a book, you may find it in seeking counsel from somebody who is wise, who has read many books. You can maybe be involved in some sort of writing your own book and researching over the next couple months, or maybe you're going to finally start that book that you have been meaning to write for a long time. This is the quest for knowledge, and the quest also for inner knowledge. If you think of the metaphor that, you know, our life is like a book, right? We have many different chapters, different things, different characters that come in and out of our life, you know, that type of thing. So the words you find will bring the insight you seek. So being very attuned to words, the words you choose to write, to speak, to engage with over the next couple of months. Words are magical. So it may be important for you to come up with some sort of new mantra for your life, new affirmation, new word. Did you choose a word for your year, for your 2022? So let's see. Let's clarify this. Let's see what we need to know. Look in a book. Have you tried that? Have you tried bibliomancy? It's really fun. So you just take a book off your shelf, you think of a question, and you just open to a rando page and you put your finger somewhere with your eyes closed and see what the answer is that you get. All right, Scorpio, let's see. What do we need to know about this inner knowledge? The Five of Swords. All right, so there's something on your mind. There's something you are a little worried about that you have a question about. Six of Wands. You're going to get the answer. And, whoa, look at this. Ace of Pentacles. Okay. Wow, gorgeous. Got no room here with Arielle's butt sticking out into everything. Okay. So here's the yes from the universe. This gorgeous Ace of Pentacles. You may indeed be starting some sort of beautiful creative project. The Six of Wands, maybe in about 6 weeks when we have the new moon solar eclipse in Taurus. Of course, that is your 7th house of relationships. So there also could be something going on with that as well in your life. Wanting to begin, a new relationship, or perhaps even investing in yourself in some way. Of course, the most important relationship we have is with ourselves. This could also be doing something to invest in a group that may be helping you write a book, like a writing group or taking a course, that type of thing. Six of Wands is a very literary card. Victory, emissary of happy news. Interesting that we have the owl here, which is very much associated with Pallas Athena, the goddess of wisdom, the asteroid of wisdom also, but also our inner talents, what we are good at. So I'm speaking to my Scorpio communicators out there, whether you are a writer, a speaker, a teacher, whatever, we got going on here. Like, it's time for you to share your knowledge and with other people, the 7th house. So making that commitment to share your knowledge and wisdom and your talents in some sort of written or communicative form. Now, it doesn't always have to be writing. It could also be like videos or things like that. Whatever works for you. But sharing your knowledge through your words and starting something at using the energies of that new moon solar eclipse on April 30th. You are overthinking something. This 5 of Swords here. This is, I call my daytime anxiety. You are overthinking something, and that needs to stop. That's putting you in this, you're putting the cart before the horse, right? You're like, well, I don't know, this, that, the other thing. Or it's like, and by that I mean, it's like you're worried about the design of your book cover before you've even written the book. All right. So like put everything into its proper order and perspective, right? But this could also be, just some irritations about not having enough time to work on certain things. Just other annoying things you got to deal with in your life. But I feel like in relation to this, it is about putting certain things into perspective, because if you really want to make a change happen, and here's the snake, which can be about shedding a skin, shedding layers and becoming new and having something new occur. It's not always snake just about betrayal and lying. No, snakes are about, this, you shed your skin all the time. So snakes are very associated with Scorpio. So if you want to have this new beginning, this Ace of Coins here, and invest in yourself and invest in some sort of project that really could grow, you've got to be willing to change your mind, change your perspective, and change a way you've been doing something that maybe has been sabotaging you a little bit. So, as I already said, putting the cart before the horse type thing. So I think you're going to figure this out. And you're going to figure this out. I think you're going to get yourself straight over the next 5 weeks, so that by the time we get to this beautiful 6 of Wands, which is the new moon solar eclipse, April 30th, you're ready. You're ready to begin and invest in something brand new for yourself. So this is fantastic. So whatever this is, whatever's your question, you're going to find the answer in the book. And again, it's really about the story you're telling yourself also. All right, work with the metaphor. It's also the story you're telling yourself. Tell yourself the positive story that you got this. You have valuable talents to offer the world. Especially this is important for those of you looking for a job right now. There is something to shift out of this worry and doubt. And this could be coming from anything. This could be coming from, I'm too old. I don't have enough experience. I'm not this. I'm not that. They're not this. They're not that. Whatever, right? Just apply it to your life. So, because I look at Pentacles as self-esteem, there is something absolutely to shift out of and to affirm in terms of telling yourself a more positive story about your own talents and abilities and what you have to offer the world, so that you can start doing that by the end of April. All right, Saggies, let's see what we have going on for you. What fairy will be enlightening you for the spring equinox? I like that fairy. I like her. You got abundance. Gorgeous. Look at that. Prepare yourself, Sag, for incoming abundance. Release any mental blocks you may have in fairyland and human land. There is enough abundance for everyone. I love that, in fairyland and human land. Prepare yourself for incoming abundance. Gorgeous. Release any mental blocks you have. And you know when is a good time to do that? Is the middle of May, when we will have the full moon lunar eclipse of release in your 12th house, Scorpio, of the subconscious. That is an excellent time to release any sort of lingering beliefs that money is scarce, I don't deserve this, blah, 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 right? We don't want to repeat those or affirm those. All right, so the interesting, but let's pull some cards. Let's see what we need to know with this abundance for you. Lovely. Sag. Abundance. 9 of Cups. Gorgeous. And there you are, Queen of Wands, baby. Wow. And the 4 of Pentacles. All right. So we have a clear time marker here with this new moon solar eclipse in Taurus. 6th house, work and well-being, right? So we have your 5th house, Aries. Jupiter is going to get ready to go into your 5th house on May 10th. So you're going to have a lot of creative energy, creative ideas, new opportunities, especially if you're an entrepreneur, to expand your horizons with your entrepreneurial activities, because the 5th house also rules that. So, but irregardless, you don't have to be an entrepreneur to benefit from these energies. But in case you are watching this, the 4 of Pentacles is the end of April. So that is our new moon solar eclipse in Taurus. We have your energy smack dab in the middle, and we have a 9 of Cups. And we started with our 9 of Cups. So it really is about this idea of limitlessness, unlimited wishes being fulfilled. So 9 of Cups is, of course, a card of appetite also. And sometimes, we can get shamed for our appetites. Appetite in and of itself it can be a little problematic, because yes, we can go overboard. But I think more often than not, we often go the other way, right? Especially when it comes to abundance, for many of us. We don't think big enough. We don't receive big enough. We don't, set our sights high enough. And we end up settling. So what this is saying to me is your wishes for unlimited abundance. That is the key. That is something to really feel into and expand into emotionally for yourself, because abundance comes first. Of course, it comes from our emotions, right? And abundance is not always just about money. It's about how we feel. It's about joy. It's about happiness. It's about connections with friends and family. It's about our creative connections, etc. Yes, money's important. And we got a money card over here, so I'm going to talk about that. But this is really about tapping into your joy. And I love this because it looks like Arielle. This is, really feeling that full expansiveness, that you deserve more and you can have more, that you are an unlimited being in an unlimited universe, as I think Wayne Dyer said, but don't quote me on that. All right. So it's about feeling powerful. Here you are in the middle of the reading. And it's a time marker also for Aries season. So this is the time. This is a time to, in Aries season, especially at the start of this brand new season here, to really tune into and tap into your wishes. Can you write down 9 wishes or 9 ways that you can feel unlimited? I challenge you. And then look, we have this Four of Pentacles over here. Four of Pentacles is interesting because it can be about being a tightwad. It's kind of the antithesis of this expansion. But what it's saying to me is that, because I read Pentacles as self-esteem, not just as the money. What this is saying to me is the more that you can ground yourself and hold on to your self-esteem, because it's right next to you, and your worthiness and your deservedness, the more you affirm that, ground into that, and expand it. It's kind of like both things. You're grounding into it. You're rooting yourself in that. You're rooting yourself in your own power and self-esteem. And that's going to allow your branches to grow. Work with the Four of Pentacles. Allow your branches to grow and allow yourself to expand and grow your money tree, grow your abundance tree. So gorgeous, gorgeous energies here. This can be a very ripe season for you. Absolutely. What can you do? Always, it's about using the energies to affirm and call in this abundance for yourself and share your personal power with the world. So your creative projects, Aries, Jupiter is going to go into Aries, your 5th house, sharing your creative energy with the world, finding creative solutions to anything going on with your own mindset around prosperity. Your creative projects could start to become very prosperous for you. Again, the more you affirm that energy. So you could make some very, very solid progress with your financial goals. And by the end of the forecast period, you could find yourself having a bit more coin to work with in your life as well. Because the Four of Coins is, I got money to hold on to. It's within your power to shift this. You are in charge of this. So let's see what you do. Capricorn, let's see what's going on for you with the fairies. Let's see what fairy is going to bring you some blessings and joy. Let's find out. All right, we got some magical blessings. I'm loving that. All right, let's see what we have here. Whatever you're going through, and we know Capricorn's always going through something. Whatever you're going through, you're being assisted by magical fairy blessings. The fairies say you can bless others too. Okay. So there are some magical blessings on the way for you. Because the way I'm interpreting this, Capricorn is a giver. What goes around comes around. If you have, and this is true also because of Jupiter in Pisces, which is very spiritual. It's very much about giving of oneself selflessly. So if you've been doing that, if you have been sharing of yourself as best you can, if you have been giving, if you have been contributing, what goes around comes around. I think there's some good karma that's going to be returned to you over the next season. And I would say this is very likely to occur in the middle of April when we have the Jupiter-Neptune conjunction. These colors in this card, this energy, the way this is looking, this is very Piscean for me. And Jupiter will still be in Pisces until May 10th. But the Jupiter-Neptune conjunction, April 12th, this is very powerful spiritual energy. This is miraculous energy. This is magical blessings energy when that happens, April 12th. So let's see what we got. I feel very strongly about this energy for you. Very, very good. Now, things of course can happen in May and June. Well, let's see what we got going on. I feel like something's happening at that Jupiter-Neptune conjunction for you. All right, I've already shuffled in between, but let's see what we have. Two of Swords. You don't see it yet, but it's coming. 10 of Cups. There it is. There it is. And a 10 of Pentacles. I know you were like, 10 of Cups, where's my 10 of Pentacles? There's your 10 of Pentacles, baby. And I'm getting chills down my legs. Okay. So even though you do not see it yet, even though, yes, there's been doubts, even though you're like, all right, I just keep doing what I'm doing. I keep showing up every day. I don't know. You're going to get the blessings, and it's blessings plural. And we have 2 10s here, which is the wrapping up of a cycle, which is a culmination. And it's right around April 10th, 11th, 12th, right in that time for that, around that Jupiter-Neptune conjunction. So we have happiness, we have personal fulfillment. 10 of Cups is the ultimate in personal fulfillment. Yes, it can be a happy relationship, but it's really just the 10s, we're reaching the high point. Personal fulfillment and joy and well-being. I think you could be on the receiving end of some very lovely news, happy blessing. I mean, this could be something related to your family, like getting news of somebody being pregnant and you're very happy about that. Not you, but I mean, could be you too. But, if you're older and you have children, it could be, you hear grandbabies on the way. That's a magical blessing. It could be something like that. There could be some very good news connected with your home life, buying, selling, renovating, all of that with the 10 of Pentacles here. This is also, for me, a Capricorn energy, the 10 of Pentacles. This is about longer term investments. This is about investing ultimately in your personal happiness. This is about big gains and big returns coming to you because of, like I said, good karma. The good karma that you have put out is going to come back to you. Like I said, you kind of doubted if it ever would return. you were starting to doubt in the universe. We know, right? Starting to doubt and feeling like also a little defensive. Your heart was getting a little worried. Your heart is feeling a little sad, perhaps. Let's not look at our 2 of Swords anymore. Let's look at the fact that there's likely to be blessings in finances and blessings with your home life. The 2 may not be necessarily mutually exclusive. There could be something here of, like I said, buying, selling, which would make you very happy, some sort of property matter, investments finally paying off for you in some way. This could also be an investment in yourself, because I look at this 10 of Pentacles as Capricorn energy. So being able to maybe do something that you've always wanted to do. I know we don't have travel card here, but it doesn't matter. Whatever is like a personal happiness for you, which, travel is an investment. It's not cheap to travel, even if you just go away for a weekend. I mean, it still costs money. So there could be something you invest in, you buy for yourself that is going to bring a lot of happiness. And it's very possible that, again, like the money comes from some sort of source. It's a blessing. You may not know currently with your logical mind, 2 of Swords, where that particular blessing may come from. The universe works in very mysterious ways when it returns good karma to someone. It really does. I mean, I could give many examples from my life, from clients' lives. I'm not going to do that now, obviously. But so while our logical minds are kind of like, yeah, right, Jupiter conjunct Neptune in Pisces is not about the logical mind. It is about keeping faith. And like I said, it is about the universe returning good karma to people who deserve it. So there, I think, could be some absolutely beautiful, beautiful news headed your way. Now, it may not happen right at April 12th. This could also be happening 10 weeks into our forecast period. So that may be coming, let's see, what do we got here? For maybe beginning of June. So after all the retrogrades have stopped. So this may be around, I think we get out of retrograde, I'm trying to remember exactly, like the 5th of June, I want to say. So maybe around that time. Could be June 10th. There could be something going on that's going to be important as well. There could be some sort of beautiful family reunion. That could be a magical blessing in some way. There could be some sort of healing with family finances, but also just emotional healing with family. For those of you who are in the dating world, there is a very strong possibility that you could meet somebody who is marriage material because of these 2 energies that are here. They probably already have children because of this here. But there could be a blended family situation going on here. There could be a magical blessing of some sort of adoption. This is beautiful energy. And I love this for you because Capricorn, you friggin' deserve it. So gorgeous. All right, Aquarius, let's see what we have going on for you. What fairy do you need in your life right now for the spring equinox? I'm just loving on this deck. It's so fun. My first time using it today. I'm loving it. There's two stuck together. All right, we have manifestation. Beautiful. Be very honest and clear about what you wish to manifest in your life. Now, write it down on paper. Manifestation, step 1. All right. So this suggests to me that you are in a very powerful, energetic vortex for magnetizing and manifesting important things toward you over the next couple of months. So honest and clear and without any doubts. Let's see about what you want to manifest. Let's see. Aquarius, what do we need to know? Five of Swords, Eight of Cups, and the Six of Wands. He's been showing up quite a bit today. Six of Wands. I love that Six of Wands card. Okay, well, it's very clear to me. Because what's interesting about this card is, as it said, honest and clear. So you have to fine tune, or I suggest, I don't like to say you have to, do whatever you want to do. I suggest you fine tune your manifestation list, because the Five of Swords and the Eight of Cups suggest that maybe you're worried about disappointing somebody by not pursuing something. So you could be pursuing things that are maybe meant for other people. You could be wanting to manifest certain things for other people. And sometimes we are called to serve and do that. Okay, yes. Go watch the Leo reading. That was like a lot about that. But this is about what you want to manifest and wish for yourself. So you could need to shift out some energy here of things that other people are expecting you to do, or things you've put on your plate thinking other people will like you more, or you'll be more popular if you do that, or more loved, or whatever it might be. So there's something here where you may be a little worried about also, leaving behind some expectations other people have, but also leaving behind something that is going to make room for the new thing to come in. Now, it's not always necessary to do that. We can, of course, manifest new things while we're already in a state of abundance, of course. But what I'm feeling is that there is something, because an Eight of Cups is showing up here, there is something about making room and making space, leaving something behind. And the Eight of Cups for me is associated with Scorpio because the 8th house and water. So, and there's a big full moon lunar eclipse in Scorpio the middle of May. So there could be something here to let go of, particularly in regards to your status in life, 10th house Scorpio, which is career, but also your status in life, how you are known. So this could have to do with a relationship, whether you're married, single, divorced, a parent, not a parent. This can also have to do with something that you've had a career goal, a certain aspiration. It doesn't mean you have to leave your career. It could just be ending one phase of your career, or letting go of a client so that you can focus on other things, or a service. Like, I don't want to do XYZ anymore. I'd rather do this. But you're nervous about leaving it behind because, we always get nervous. Well, will something come in and replace it? Something will come in, I think, and replace it and be a lot better for you. but there needs to be that space for it. I think especially in terms of something you have been doing that has been causing you a lot of stress, maybe with your career, like I said. So, you know, whatever, you got to apply the energies to your life. All right. But what I feel is make the space, make the room, acknowledge mentally and emotionally what does need to be cleared out and let go. You already know what that is. The owl is here. She's all about intuition, using your intuition, your second sight, right? Your radar, sonar, whatever owl. What do owls use? Radar? Bats use sonar, right? I don't know. But you're going to be using that beautiful sight that can see at night, which work with my metaphor. It's your intuition, right? I'm getting overly complicated here, but my point, right? Now, this is interesting because the owl is also associated with Pallas Athena, and the goddess, and also the asteroid. And she is about, of course, warrior wisdom and about your particular talents in astrology, the asteroid. So, and inner wisdom. So there is something here, I think, about being triumphant, about manifesting some new way you can use your talents and capabilities. And again, because we have that big eclipse in your 10th house of career, it may have something to do with that. You will move on victoriously to something much better, but something first has to be left behind. So with your manifestation, you need to be honest and clear about what you want to manifest, and also what may have been causing some anxiety and problems for you that you know has to shift. It's time to really get honest about that. Because the thing with eclipses, especially lunar eclipses, is that they'll make things leave in our life anyway, that they know we don't need anymore. So it's better for you to kind of be proactive and kind of see with that intuitive sight ahead of time to know what you need to release, so that you are well on the other side of it and working toward manifesting the victory that the Six of Wands suggests before the eclipse hits. That's what I would suggest with these particular energies. But this is very nice. You could be manifesting a beautiful, fresh start for yourself with that Six of Wands, a victory and good news. All right, Pisces, let's find a fairy for your spring equinox. I am just loving this deck. They're so cute, these fairies. All right, let's see what we have for you. Pisces, the fairies for Pisces. One, please. All right, we have shine from within. Ooh. Looks are only skin deep. True beauty shines from within, and it's time for you to shine. This is a time for self-acceptance and for revealing your true beauty. Wow. You are going to be shining from within, because you're going to have the Jupiter-Neptune conjunction on April 12th in your sign. That is about beautiful spiritual energy that does just light you up from within. It's about miracles happening. It is about keeping the faith. It is about serendipity. So gorgeous. Shine from within. It's your time to shine. We have all of this beautiful energy in Pisces. So, and that Jupiter-Neptune conjunction. It's time for some sort of miracle in your life, from shining your light. That's what I feel. Let's see. Page of Cups, there's your energy. And the Tower, wow. And the Six of Cups, wow. Wow, okay. Six of Cups has come up quite a bit today. Very interesting. All right, now remember, the Tower is not always bad. You have to look at everything in context. It is time for you to shine. Now, this could be in relation to some sort of new relationship could be manifesting for you. This doesn't always have to be with romantic. It could be a new friendship, a new creative partnership even. But it really could be, if you're in the dating world, there could be a beautiful new person who comes in very much a soulmate, soul destined type connection, because they're going to be very attracted to your energy, because it's about shining. It's your time to shine. And here's your energy. The first card we got. The Tower is interesting, especially if we're looking at some sort of possible love connection, or, this is like love at first sight. This is a serendipitous divine appointment. This is a meeting that happens out of the blue. This is you're minding your own business, going to get a cup of coffee, and you literally run into somebody as you're leaving. The coffee spills, and you look into the person's eyes, and you're like, "Oh my gosh, I've known you from before." And the person says, "Oh, I'll buy you another cup of coffee. I'm so sorry." And then you get to talking. There you go. There's that type of connection. And because you don't get all attitudinal and jerky to them, you're like, "Oh, don't worry about it, whatever," because you're shining your beautiful energy, right? And they're attracted to that. All right, you get my point. This really is that type of scenario. Absolutely. Now, as I said, the other possibility here is something that you have a personal talent in since childhood, whatever it might be, or for a long time. Like you've been and you do it mostly for pleasure. Six of Cups is pleasure also for me, as is the Page of Cups. So some sort of artistry, whatever your unique talent is that you just do for fun, that brings you a lot of personal enjoyment. This is also a card of that kind of flow that we get into with like we lose track of time, like when you're a kid and you're playing outside, you don't know, you don't wear a watch, you don't know what time it is. So something that you do creatively that gives you that feeling that makes you shine, and just, whenever you just light up from within when you talk about it, there could be a very surprising piece of news that develops about that talent. There could be an offer to exhibit your art at a gallery. There could be an offer to share your talents within the community. There could be a new creative partner who wants to work with you. As I said before, there could be somebody who wants to represent you. This is a good person, the Six of Cups. This is good energy. So there could be somebody coming in who's trying to help you. Again, this is planned by the universe. I don't think you're going to sit out there and try to figure out who this is. This is surprising, but it's also divinely appointed. It's going to come at exactly the right time it's supposed to. So somebody who wants to help you in some way with your creative talent, very possible. This is just beautiful, beautiful energy. The only thing you have to do is show up and be yourself and let your light shine. And sometimes, Pisces, you're a little shy about shining your light. So this is really saying to me, again, general statement, it is really about allowing yourself to be seen in surprising ways, the Tower. So taking a chance on yourself, like maybe signing up for that community theater that you've always wanted to do. Maybe you always wanted to, now that life is sort of getting back to normal, maybe you've always wanted to act on the stage. You've always wanted to do community theater in your town. Maybe you've always wanted to play your music in front of people. Whatever it is, it's your time to also get yourself out of a comfort zone and do something surprising. The world is going to receive your energy in a very positive way. And look at the star that is behind these two people here. People are going to see you as a rising star as long as you shine and share your energy. And it's going to blow your mind, Tower, and blow you away in a very good way. Gorgeous energies, Pisces. So thank you so much for joining me for your Spring Equinox Tarot reading with astrology thrown in, because you know I like to mix them together. I love you guys. Leave me a comment. Let me know what's going on for you with these energies, what you're hoping to manifest, what dreams you're percolating for the spring season. Have a great one. Arielle and I love you guys very much. Take care, and we will see you again soon. Stella Wilde and Miss Thing signing out. Yes, I love you too. I do.